Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see from the title, it is that time of the month again. So in today's video, we will be taking a look at my top 10 best upcoming sneakers for the month of July. Now, I know I'm a little bit late, I will be honest, July is looking a little bit iffy in certain areas, and I assure you that we've absolutely missed nothing at the beginning of this month, but the rest of the month is definitely looking pretty prosperous, so I'm excited to be doing this video right now, but since I'm late, I won't take up any more of your time on the intro. Let's go ahead and just dive straight into the video. So to kickstart this video, the very first release that we will be taking a look at is actually a restock rather than a first release. So the very first shoe is the Nocta Nike Hotstep Terra in the black colourway. Scheduled to be restocking on the 7th of July for a retail price of £140. And to be completely honest, this shoe did actually kind of go under the radar for me a couple of months ago when they did the first initial release. Now, I'm not sure if they did release those in limited quantities or whatever the situation was, but we are actually now going to be getting a pretty decent sized restock by the look of it. Now, for me personally, I've actually grown to love this shoe thanks to one of my fellow co-presenters on the SWO podcast, Shay. She's a huge advocate for this shoe, and to be completely honest, her love and passion for this shoe has kind of rubbed off on me, and I'm definitely feeling the shoe a lot more now than I was when the shoe first released. I think it's a really clean colorway. That mostly black upper is going to be super easy to clean and just wear with any outfit. And I think actually having seen people wearing these, in pictures on Instagram, and I've seen quite a few reviews for the shoe as well, I am definitely keen to try and get these for the personal collection, and I think that this is definitely going to be one of the more underrated or maybe even understated shoes on this list, but it is definitely one to keep your eye out for. So just moving on to the next shoe up on our list, and the very next shoe that we are taking a look at is the Air Jordan 3 Women's Neopolitan, also scheduled to be releasing or even restocking on the 7th of July for a retail price of £180. Now, it's a little bit of an Easter egg. I'm hoping you guys will have spotted it early, but we already do have a pair which is just behind me. Pretty soon after this video does go live, because I do want to put this one out first, I will be putting up the review for this shoe. So hopefully that will be up before the release of the Neopolitans. But as soon as I saw that it restocked in my size, I was absolutely gassed. Again, shout out to Shay for putting me onto it, because I completely missed it, didn't realise it restocked. But thanks to her, I actually managed to get a personal pair. Now, as I can already say, I absolutely love this shoe. Everything about it, that crisp white upper, the hits of the chocolatey brown, and that really nice pink, really nice ice cream vibes. Perfect for summer, who doesn't love ice cream in the summer? So this is definitely a shoe that I had to get. I'm really glad to get it. And the fact is, it's very reminiscent of what we saw with the Jordan 3 Moccas back in whenever the hell they first released. If you peep the resale price on them, whew. Definitely happy to have these, because it's as close to the Moccas as I'm ever going to get, and the fact I've got it means there's nothing else to say other than the fact that make sure you peep the review, because honestly it is just a fire shoe. So it actually turns out that the 7th of July is probably going to be one of the busiest days of the month, as our next release is also releasing on the 7th of July as well. Next up we have the Nike Lebron 3 in the Barbershop colourway, scheduled to be releasing for a retail price of £170. And to be completely honest, there's only one place I've actually seen this shoe, and that is End Clothing on their raffles guide. I haven't seen anywhere else talking about this release, whether it be Foot Patrol, Size, or even Nike themselves. But as soon as I saw it, I was definitely keen to actually take a look at it. I'll be honest, I really am new to Lebrons, and I only actually have the Lebron 8 in my collection. Potentially not the best option for the summer period, but if you was looking to hold it and potentially wear it in autumn or even winter, I think that this shoe has definitely got you covered for that harder weathers, the weathers that we should expect here in Britain. I know nothing about the Lebron 3, so I'm just going to tackle this from an aesthetics point of view. I think it is a really clean looking shoe. I don't know what it is with this video, but I'm just spitting out a bunch of weird rhymes for some reason, so I apologise for that. I don't think it's going to do incredible numbers for resale. It may even sit, there may be a huge, run for it, but I really don't expect that there will be. Lebrons tend to be pretty widely available. So if you really want these, I do expect that you should be able to get them. Maybe if you're in the larger or the smaller sizes, you might struggle a little bit. But I think if you do put your footwork in, you should definitely be able to get these. So believe it or not, the very next release that we are taking a look at is also releasing on the 7th of July. Next up, we have the New Balance 990 V3 in the Sea Salt colourway. Now this is scheduled to be releasing on the 7th of July for a retail price of £200, and this is a beautiful colorway for anybody that likes New Balance. I feel like New Balance is having an incredible moment right now, and everything that they're touching is just turning into gold. Teddy Santis has recently become the creative director over at New Balance, and we all know what kind of great work he's done with them in the last couple of years. So to see him as the creative director and seeing that new direction he's taking them in, and a lot of these new colorways that are releasing, I don't necessarily know specifically if he's had a hand in this, but I have a feeling that he did. I could just be speculating, and I pretty much am just speculating, but at face value, this is just an incredible looking shoe. It's something that you can absolutely wear right the way throughout summer. The materials on New Balance are just absolutely incredible. They look great on feet, they feel good in hand, and everything about the shoe, even though it's coming in at a premium price, you do get a premium shoe, you know, so you definitely get what you pay for. But I feel like if anyone is actually looking for that everyday shoe over summer, then you definitely can't go wrong with these. It's super clean, super versatile, and the 990 V3 is definitely one of the more comfortable models as well. So all in all, a terrific looking release, and definitely one to keep your eye out for. So just moving on to the next shoe up on our list, and the very next shoe that we are taking a look at is actually a three-way collaboration, this time between Sneaker Freaker, Atmos, and ASICS for the GEL-Lyte 3 in the Alley Cats colorway. Now this is scheduled to be releasing again on the 7th of July, but this time for a retail price of £155. And I do just want to say this, thank God, this is the last release releasing on the 7th of July. We do have more dates moving on from this one. Now the shoe itself is incredible. I mean, I've been looking at this one for quite a while. I saw that S&S had a raffle up recently, and a few other places as well. And as soon as I saw the shoe, I jumped straight on YouTube and I started to watch reviews on it. The materials look absolutely next level. The overall design of the shoe is really nice as well. And I think it is going to be one of those shoes that maybe not everybody's going to love, and maybe if you're not really a big fan of ASICS, you're not really going to be bothered about these. But I feel like for me, I've been wanting to try a pair of ASICS for quite a while. You know, there's quite a lot of guys I'm subscribed to on YouTube that do a lot of reviews for ASICS, and Pat from the SWO podcast, he loves them as well. So I feel like I've seen enough of them to kind of want to try it for myself, and this one is probably the perfect jumping off point. The colorway is fire, the design is fire, the collaboration will probably mean that the materials will be better than an average release as well. So all in all, tying everything into one, this is a very, very clean colorway. So this is definitely another one that I do want to add into the list. I'm quietly hopeful that this is one that I will actually be able to get. I'm not sure if it will sell out. I'm not sure if it's going to be reselling for a bunch of money. I doubt it, but I could be completely wrong. If you do want this shoe, I definitely would recommend putting all your footwork in, because who knows, this one could definitely sell out. So just moving on to the next shoe up on our list, which is actually a collaboration. Now this collaboration is with Nina, Chanel, Abney and Jordan for the Air Jordan 2 in the white and red colorway. Now this is scheduled to be releasing on the 8th of July for a retail price of just over £200. And it is also scheduled to be releasing in a low as well in a white and green colorway. I will be honest, I am just going to mainly be focusing on the highs because of the two, I think it is the better shoe. Again, another rhyme in there. But it is definitely a really interesting collaboration that I know absolutely nothing about. I didn't read up on it, I didn't spend too much time looking at it, because honestly it's something that I would love to do as a review and actually get to know and kind of acquaint myself with the shoe in a bit more detail. Now again, as one of those releases on this list, I'm definitely interested to take a look at these, especially for a review. And I'm even quietly confident that this actually may be a pretty attainable shoe, given the fact that it is, to me at least, looking like it is based off of Jordan's heritage and, you know, an OG colorway. Could very well mean that this shoe is going to completely sell out. But I think just tackling it at face value, the overall shape is definitely really interesting. Doesn't look like any other pair of Air Jordan 2s that I've seen, or the shape definitely seems like it's had a little bit of a change in there. I feel like it's definitely a really nice wearable shoe. Almost had like a formal type of feel to it. And it's definitely going to be a really interesting release. I think even the lows are pretty nice as well, but definitely my preference would be for the highs over the lows. What would you be going for? Are you going for the white and red or the green lows? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again, another rhyme. Why? So just moving on to the next shoe up on our list, and the next one is definitely on the must cop list for this month. So next up we have the Nike Air Max 95 in the beetroot colorway, also scheduled to be releasing on the 8th of July, but this time for a retail price of £170. Now I know that a lot of people still call these the 110s, but it has been a very long time since they were actually £110. So it'd be interesting to see if people still call them that moving forward, because £170 for a pair of Air Max 95 just sounds absolutely incredibly weird to me. But nevertheless, it is still an incredible colorway that I am trying to get. I'm obviously partly at fault as a consumer. If I'm willing to pay the prices, they're going to keep putting them up, and it is what it is. But just look at this shoe. It is clean, it is beautiful, it's classic, the OG aesthetic, the vibes, everything about this shoe is a must cop for me. Now, I don't actually have any OG 95s in the collection or any that kind of have that OG type of feel. So this is definitely going to fill a void for me. I'm a huge fan of the Air Max 95. I've got a couple of pairs in the collection just kicking about, and I do tend to find that they are one of the daily go-to shoes for me. I try to rotate as much as possible because otherwise what's the point in having a big collection? But they are such a good, reliable option to have. You know, just kick them by the door and you're good to go with these. So this is definitely one that I'm definitely keeping an eye out for. A couple of raffles have already been posted on End Clothing as well as on 7 Store. And I do expect that these are going to 110% sell out. I wouldn't be surprised if these were reselling for crazy money, £250 to £300. So if you really want these like me, you're definitely going to have to put your footwork in for these. It's not one that you can just kind of mess around with and kind of go back and get it the week after. If you want these, put the footwork in, do your best to get them, because again, this shoe is absolutely, definitely going to sell out. So just moving on to the next shoe up on our list, and this next one is actually something a little bit different. So the next release that we are taking a look at is the Air Penny 1 in the Summit White and Photon Dust colorway, scheduled to be releasing on the 9th of July for a retail price of £165. And I will be honest, this is the very first time I've ever noticed an Air Penny drop on UK sneakers. Like I've said in many videos, I've only been collecting for 2 or 3 years now, but in that period of time, I have never seen the Air Penny 1 on our sneakers. Now, I know that this particular shoe is huge in America, and everything about Penny himself, you know, does garner a lot of attention. Anything that he touches in terms of, like, OG sneakers, or if there's, like, retro drops, or anything like that, they do tend to sell out and do quite well. But from my experience, just from UK sneakers and European, like, releases, I just haven't seen anything like this, so as soon as I saw it, definitely piqued my interest. Again, like some other releases, I haven't looked into it too much, but again, it is going to be on the grab list, so I can at least bring you guys a review, because I feel like if I'm interested in it, there's going to be quite a few other people as well that are going to be liking these. It's a clean colorway, probably something that's easy to rock with a lot of different outfits. I'm not sure how comfortable they are, what the sizing's like, or anything else like that, because as I say, I've never owned a pair, I've never even entered a raffle for a pair, so it is definitely entering uncharted waters, but I feel like that's quite exciting for when it does come to certain releases. So I've only currently seen it on sneakers at the minute, but I expect that there will be further raffles available as well, so keep your eye out on the raffles guide on the Soul Suppliers website, because any raffles for this particular release will all be posted on there as well. And just moving on to the next shoe up on our list, this next one is for me the absolute pinnacle of the entire month, and is the must grab shoe for July. Now, the next release that we are taking a look at is the Casino Air Max 1 in the grey colorway, scheduled to be releasing on the 11th of July for a retail price of £130. And anyone who's a fan of this collaboration will know that there is actually 2 colorways for this particular release. There is this grey colorway, but then there is this like browny orange colorway, which is also released elsewhere as well. Now, as for us here in Europe and in the UK, we've only actually had it confirmed that the grey colorway will be releasing on the 11th of July. I'm really hoping that they do release both colorways, because I've been waiting for these for the longest time. Everything about this shoe is just absolutely incredible. From the backstory about the ducks, which I'm not going to get into in this video, I will save it for the review, because regardless of whether I get them on sneakers, I'm getting them regardless.
You're goddamn right.
So I will save all the little insider information for those that don't know about it for the review. But just trust me when I say the backstory, the heritage of this release, all the thought that's gone into it by Casino, they absolutely killed it. I've got to give massive props to them, because this could actually be my #1 favourite release of the entire year so far. Even slightly edging out the concept Air Max 1s, which I didn't think I would be saying, and I may not even be saying that when I get the shoes in hand, but I'm honestly gassed for this release, and it is such an incredible looking shoe, just in my opinion. Now, when it does come to the release itself, I fully expect that they will sell out, because the Air Max 1 is hugely popular in Europe. When it comes to resale, we've already seen that the prices are sitting around between 180 to 200 in more sizes. I do expect that actually may come down when the release does actually happen, because there's more pairs on the market, more people will be looking to sell, so in the short term, the prices may actually go down. So if you do miss out, do check out those resale prices, because again, absolutely must cop.
I feel so alive!
And last but by no means least, we've reached the final one for today's list, and this one you could definitely say would be saving the best for last. So the very final release that we will be taking a look at is the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 in the reverse mocha colorway, finally scheduled to be releasing on the 21st of July for a retail price of £140. I don't even want to think about the resale price on these and how, limited they are or anything like that. Ever since this shoe was rumoured and ever since we started to see those initial mock-up images, people have been going crazy for these, comparing them to the original Travis Scott Air Jordan 1s, both the highs and the lows. And some people are saying that they're better, some people are kind of saying that they're not, and it's almost definitely causing a debate amongst a lot of people. For me personally, just looking at the shoe from an aesthetics point of view and just tackling it head on, this is a very, very clean colorway. Definitely something I'm going for because, believe it or not, I do actually like the Air Jordan 1 low, even though I don't like the mids or the highs.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So this is definitely right up my street. Those clean colours, the fact that it's a Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 will probably mean the quality is good, the details will be incredible, and I think Travis Scott very rarely misses when he does come to releases. Now, even though the sneaker market's down, like I've said for other shoes, this one's going to hold its value. I'm pretty sure on that. And I think the resale price is going to be out of this world. I think it's definitely going to be one of the hardest shoes to cop. So definitely do all your footwork. You need to be tracking all the raffles, entering everything you possibly can. Get your friends, your family, your co-workers, people you haven't talked to in ages to enter those raffles, because this, again, is going to be absolutely an incredibly difficult one to get. And just like that, we've wrapped up my top 10 favourite sneaker releases for July. I will be honest, I was pretty selective when it came to this list. There's not a lot of other releases that I feel would beat any of the 10 that made this video. And this is only based off of the ones that are confirmed or have enough credibility to actually seem like they are going to be releasing. So I do expect that there will be a lot of other incredible releases throughout the rest of the month. This is just based on what's been announced at the beginning of the month. I'd love to get your guys' opinion on which shoe you are looking forward to grabbing the most. Is there any shoe in particular you do want to get? Do leave me all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, I just want to say a huge thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one.